What's going on, people? Welcome back to BLUESFANSTV and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be having a debate that we've been trying to have for the entire season. How do you solve a problem like Timo Werner? First we're going to ask is what the problem is, and we're going to try and delve deeper into it in general, because I think from different angles you can look at Timo Werner's season in different ways. Yeah, as a finisher, he definitely hasn't hit the ground running. He has the most big chances missed in the Premier League, and we aren't going to try and sugarcoat that or anything. It's been a bit of a howler for him in front of goal this season. But the only thing that's kept Timo Werner in good stead for me has been his all-round game. His off-the-ball movement has been excellent for me. I think his link-up play has been good at times too. Yeah, there has been a big period in December where his overall game just dropped off massively, but we were playing him at completely the wrong position. I was saying he looks so uncomfortable on the left wing. And even though we still don't play him up front now under Tuchal, we play him in the middle, in a left forward position. I feel like that's where at the very least we can get the best out of him. And he's looked even better now under Thomas Tuchal. It's just the final finish, and I really think if he just had his finishing boots on a little bit more, there wouldn't even be this question about Timo Werner, because overall I don't think he's a bad player. I think it's just this guy just can't finish to save his life right now. The first thing I'm going to ask you is, what's your thoughts been on Timo Werner's first season in the Premier League so far?
You can't criticise the effort. The effort's been there. He runs himself into the ground week in, week out. The problem, like you say, has been the finishing. He's not been able to finish his dinner, which he needs to do at a club like Chelsea. We need to be scoring the goals, and he's been given golden opportunities to do that. But I can't fault the guy's effort. I wouldn't say it's like when we've had Morata come in, and like some games you just look at him, he looks dejected. Even though Timo Werner has had his head down sometimes when he's missing these chances, there was something lacking with Morata. But with Timo Werner, he gives it his all, and these chances that he's missing, they're not normal chances. They're not chances that like you'd expect him to miss. Like a League One and League Two player, no disrespect, will put those chances away. So it's something psychological. But as soon as they start going in, we're off to the races.
That's the thing for me, and I even look back at some of Timo Werner's first games at Chelsea, like the Liverpool game. We put him on the left wing as well, and we had Kai Havertz in centre forward. I've said I don't like Werner at left wing. When he hugs the touchline, he looks so uncomfortable. But even in the first few games of the season, different player, even coming off that left-hand side, he was our best attacker in that game, regardless of the fact that we lost 2-0. I get everything like that, but it still doesn't change the fact that Timo Werner was our best attacker. And even for other games towards the start of the season, you could see the impact that he would have on the team. The problem was just when the goals started to really stop flowing for him, and then the media started getting on him, rival fans started getting on him, and you could clearly see that that was having an impact on him. We knew he was never that much of a prolific striker, even coming from RB Leipzig, and that's why I say if anyone expected him to have a 60% conversion rate or anything like that, then they hadn't really watched Timo Werner properly. I will say, even with that in mind, some of the finishes this season have been crazy, and it definitely has looked psychological. So with that in mind, do you think that this Werner that we're seeing now is the peak of what we're going to see from Werner at Chelsea, or do you think that there's still hope to see more from him?
Oh, we're still definitely going to see more from Timo Werner. I feel like you say, people need to redefine how they view Timo Werner. Me, myself, I thought when he was going to come in, he was going to be a gunman, going to score 30 goals this season in the league. I maybe had a misconception of what Timo Werner could actually do. But we saw at RB Leipzig, he benefited from having someone like Yusuf Poulsen to play off of. And he ran off of him, and again, he's a volume finisher, so he needs a lot of chances to finish his dinner. But I think we're definitely going to see more goals from Timo Werner. But one thing I would say about Chelsea strikers, and the reason why we don't seem to have prolific strikers, is because our strikers never seem to take penalties for us. Whether it's like Didier Drogba, when you had obviously Frank Lampard taking the penalties, or Diego Costa when he was there, when Eden Hazard was taking the penalties, I feel that's very, very important to add in 5-6 goals to your record. Like, I feel like that's enough to get you, like, your confidence through. We saw it Timo Werner earlier in the season. We had a Champions League game where he scored a couple of penalties. Even though he didn't have the best game, that boosts his stats, that boosts his confidence. So I feel like that definitely has a part to play. Obviously, we know Jorginho's in line to take penalties. We've even seen Mason Mount take penalties this season. But Timo Werner just needs those free hits. He needs something to come off of him, bubble in, go in. He's to score a penalty here or there. And I think we'll see him off the races. But definitely next season, I think we're going to see a lot better version of Timo Werner. I think he's going to score a lot of goals next season, for sure.
This is the thing as well, because we are saying he is at his best with a striker to feed off, but that's where it becomes an even bigger problem about the strikers that we have. Like Olivier Giroud has come up clutch in so many moments for us this season. You've got Atletico Madrid, you've got key goals against the likes of Villa, you've got key goals against the likes of Rennes as well in the Champions League group stages. He's a great guy to turn to whenever we need a key goal at a certain point. Tammy Abraham as well. he's our highest goal scorer this season, so you got to give him his props too. But in terms of their overall game, they've both struggled too. Like, surprisingly, Werner and Giroud never really seem to link up well, and this has been the biggest shock for me this season, because that's what I was most excited to see. But Tammy Abraham's linked up better with Timo Werner to an extent, but even in that case, Tammy Abraham's overall game is levels worse off than Timo Werner's is, in my opinion. So we've had the chat already about an Erling Haaland and Romelu Lukaku. Which one would you think would be better to see next to him? Or is there anyone else that you'd like to see next to him for next season too?
It's a tough one, because I think in terms of getting the best out of Timo Werner, I feel like playing with someone like Romelu Lukaku alongside him would be absolutely ideal, because we see what Martinez's stats looks like when he plays next to Lukaku. We see that they work quite well together. And I feel like that would bring out the best in Timo Werner. I feel like Erling Haaland demands a lot of attention, and when he's your striker, he's your striker. He's the main man and everything goes through him. I feel like if you want to see the best out of Timo Werner, the kind of profile striker that we'll need to bring in is someone like Romelu Lukaku. But again, in brief stints against Atletico Madrid, we saw him work quite well with Kai Havertz. Obviously, they've got the German connection there, but I thought he looked pretty good, and obviously he got the assist for the Ziyech goal. So I do think there is a player in there in Timo Werner. I don't think like it's time to give up on him. I think we're going to see the best of him in years to come, and he will be a Chelsea player for years to come, because even if he's not the player that's scoring us that 30 goals a season, he does bring so much to the team in terms of creating space and bring the other players into play as well. So regardless of the fact that Timo Werner scores goals or doesn't score goals, I feel like he's such a useful asset to have just because of that blistering pace.
Yeah, the only other potential topic I wanted to discuss as well for why Werner might not have been balling out as much this season is Kai Havertz. And we know the link up that these guys have and the close friendship that they've had too. And start the season, both were getting the best out of each other, to be honest. I remember the Southampton game. Granted, we did draw 3-3, but that was because of other defensive issues, not really the issues going forward. But Kai Havertz, Timo Werner has always looked at his best when he's had Kai Havertz near to him. Even under Thomas Tuchel, when we brought Kai Havertz back in that false nine role, it's got the best out of Timo Werner in terms of being able to find him, his movement, being able to open up space for a Hudson-Odoi or a Kai Havertz in itself. And with potentially another 10 more weeks left of the Premier League season, what's your thoughts and optimism for how much the Kai Havertz and Timo Werner partnership could actually help solve this problem?
Well, if you listen to Tuchel talk, obviously he's not going to come out straight out and say it, but it seems like Kai Havertz is our striker. So like Kai Havertz, like Tuchel's kind of corrected the media when they said, "Oh, Kai Havertz is a false nine." Tuchel's like he's our number 9. So I feel like we're going to see Kai Havertz play centrally a lot this season, and I feel like the telepathy that him and Timo Werner have got together bring out the best of both of them. Especially, we know they're friends off the pitch. I feel like seeing them two kind of dovetail, I feel like it's going to only bring out the best out of both of them, because we know that Kai Havertz is an introvert. He's not somebody who's going to go out there and demand the respect. He kind of has the ability, but he needs to build himself up in terms of a personality. And Timo Werner's almost that way inclined as well. So I feel like those two both playing together and playing with each other and playing off of each other will only bring the best out of both of them. But I do think long term this season, until the end of the season, we're going to see Kai Havertz and Timo Werner play.
Guys, that is the end of yet another discussion video for you guys today. Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our points down in the comment section below. Give us your points as well down in the comment section below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with anything that we've said, or if there's any other reasons that you think for how we need to solve a problem like Timo Werner that you think we haven't already discussed. Let us know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Blues Fans TV. All social media links for Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram are down in the description below, as well as the links to We Talk Football and Carefree Lewis G as well. So if you're feeling extra generous, smash the like and subscribe button there as well. Come on guys, we are literally just coming out of lockdown. We're all feeling positive. Let's keep the positive vibes going. But smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Take care and up the Chelsea.